You got her? You're sure? It's a nice effort, though. Matthew!
Hi, okay. I'm doing it. I know.
McClane, would you do me a favor? I know the lights are beginning to dim, but if you could just hang on for a second. As soon as Matt's finished, I'm gonna kill him and your daughter, and I would love for you to see that. God damn it. Matthew?
10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. You have all your money. You just leave. No one has to get hurt, okay?
A few seconds. Stay with me. McClane! Stay with me.
Dad.
On your tombstone, it should read always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
How about yippee ki yay, motherfucker? America, 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 fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America, fuck yeah, freedom is the only way, yeah. Terrorists, your game is through, 'cause now you have to answer to America, fuck yeah, so lick my blood and suck on my balls, America, fuck yeah, what you gonna do when we come for you now? It's the dream that we all share, it's the hope for tomorrow, fuck yeah, McDonald's, fuck yeah, Walmart, fuck yeah, the Gap, fuck yeah, baseball, fuck yeah, NFL, fuck yeah, rock and roll, fuck yeah, the internet, fuck yeah, slavery, fuck yeah.
Fireworks, explosions, 4th of July, yeah!
And we get to see a 40-plus-year-old man take down a jet with his bare hands.
See, Generation X, your problem is all you care about is hacking and internets and stuff. We didn't have that back in my day. Men.
Where were you when Live Free or Die Hard came out? Because I was in California when it came out, and it was a big... I remember it being a big spectacle because, oh my God, Die Hard is back. Yeah.
Almost everybody watched that movie when it came out.
Yeah, it was a thing. Yeah, like when it came out, I think the lead up to it, I remember when they did the teaser for it and stuff, and it was like John McClane, he's back, and Justin Long is along for the ride, along with Olin Fantastic, as the bad guy. And
you need to stop saying that name, man. I keep on telling you, stop taking that from Kevin Smith.
I will take it from Kevin Smith. I'm leading the charge on this.
All fantastic to you? There's nothing fantastic about his demeanor.
Because he's awesome and justified. That's why.
Whatever.
So this movie, I believe that this movie brought.
I love that tone of your voice, Harris.
It's like this fucking movie.
But no, I mean, seriously, this movie, I believe, brought a divide amongst diehard fans.
Well, let me ask y'all this though: which did more of the dividing, this or the fifth one?
I think it was this because this was the start of it.
But people tolerated this, though. That's the thing. That's the crazy part about it. When you really think about it in the grand scheme of it, it was like, oh, it's harmless enough. Sure, it's Die Hard a little bit, but all right, cool. The fifth one was the one that people were like, fuck you, we're done.
Yeah, I mean, everybody felt that way about the fifth one, but I mean, we're talking about when I mean by a divide, I'm talking about a divide of people that watch Die Hard and they're super fans of the first movie and nothing else, and they felt like this one tried to recapture the magic of the first movie, and all it's been doing is just been rolling right along with the other 3 sequels.
I mean, but that's been the whole thing with this series anyway. It's been chasing the dragon since the first one. The second one tried to be like the first one. The third one brought back Hans has a brother, and we're going to try to regurgitate that whole Gruber thing, and it's been chasing the dragon since the first one, if you're going to be real.
Yeah, I mean, it was chasing the dragon. I mean, yes, I will say that it was definitely chasing the dragon. But what I mean by the divide of also what I mean by the divide of fans in this movie was just the amount of over the top ridiculous stuff that John put himself through, and just walked away from it.
Well, I mean,
You know.
You know what? You know what else? But you know what else I think that hurt this movie a little bit? I think it was all of Bruce Willis's detractors started coming out the woodwork with this movie, of how lazy he looked and how well he wanted this script. He looked so unenthusiastic.
But let's be
They
real about
kinda
this.
went-
Hasn't this been a thing with Bruce?
They were going at and they were digging deep. They were like bringing up shit that had nothing to do with the whole argument in general.
But let's be real about
When it
this.
came to Bruce Willis. That's why Die Hard 4 sucked. And like throw a bottle of ketchup at him or some shit.
I mean, but let's be real about this though. Like before Die Hard 4 came out, Bruce was kind of slumming it a little bit on the direct-to-DVD movies for a hot second.
Yeah, he was slumming on it, and then when he gave that interview about, why'd you agree to do Die Hard 4? And he said, because I hated the third one.
And that's what wowed me. I'm like, how did you hate the third one? It was you and Sam Jackson.
You know what? He probably was within his rights to say that he did hate it. You know what? I go with him on that one because
I think he just hated how it all. Like, I believe he hated how it all played out. Like, he just didn't like how it ended and all that shit.
You know, I think it was one of those things where everybody say, "Hey, Bruce, you don't need to go back to it, Brucey." I don't know. It didn't feel right. Like, oh, come on, dude, just leave it alone.
I'm looking at
That's
Bruce.
probably what happened.
I mean,
And then like, first of all, you tried to go back to the well by coming out with another Die Hard, and not only did you come out with another Die Hard, but what we got in the theater was a PG-13 Die Hard.
Oh, whoa, hold on there, Sue. You know, we got the R-rated on Blu-ray. You know, the
Yeah,
uncut.
no, that. No, wait. First of all, CJ, even when that movie got released on Blu-ray, that shit was still the PG-13 version.
No. I'm just saying it came out with the uncut version a couple of months later after that one and stuff. You know, they try to really be like, he says "Yippee Ki Yay, motherfucker" in that one. I'm like, is that the
That
point,
didn't make no
people?
fucking difference.
Thank
It
you.
really
That
didn't
didn't
make
make
a
no fucking difference. It was so lame. It was so lame when it came to that. And you know what? I hate to be like a lot of people when it comes to that. I will admit, it took a lot of bite out of it when there was not no rated R type shit going down in it. You know what I mean?
I mean, they should have just instead of just doing this BS that a lot of movies do, releases PG-13. Fine, I get it. You're trying to get more audiences.
You also can't get away with a little bit with PG-13 nowadays too.
Yeah,
That's
you
another
can.
factor.
Yeah, you can get away with a little bit more, but still, I understand. Putting out a PG-13 version in the theaters just so you can get more people to buy it and buy a ticket to go see it. Yeah, it works, but bruh, it would have worked even if it was rated R. Yes, it's rated R. You'd have cut down the number of attendees, by just a little bit, but not that much. Especially if the movie was good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was one of those things, but yeah. Yeah, but I think it's also...
It wasn't going to be... You know what it is? I think a lot of people wanted also to be a blockbuster, and it was okay. It did fine. I can't say it sucked.
The funny thing is that this was a summer block. Like, this was just another movie in the string of summer blockbusters of 2007.
I mean, can we be real about this? 2007, I remember distinctly there was a lot of things that was happening that year. You had Transformers, the first one came out. That was the big deal.
I was like, you had the Transformers movies. You had
Ratatouille. You had the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer
Fantastic
movie.
Four,
Pirates
Ninja
of the Caribbean.
Turtles.
No. No. Ninja Turtles didn't come out. Hold up. Are you talking about the CG Ninja Turtles?
I'm talking about the Ninja Turtles movie that no one talks about.
Yeah. So the alleged fourth one. I'm putting that
that's
the fourth one.
That's CG movie. Freaking TMNT came out that same year.
I thought it came out in 2008.
No, it came out in
It came out in
2007. It did come out in 2007.
Oh, okay. So you
know
had
what?
that. Oh.
You know what? It had two. It had way too much going at it. Way too much, man.
I mean, it's like you had that, and I remember, was it Pirates of the Caribbean at
Wait a
World's
minute.
End?
300 didn't come out.
Nah,
300,
that was
300 was
06.
06.
Yeah, 06.
06. Okay.
Yeah. So you had so you had 2007. You had Transformers. You had the Fantastic Four movie, the fourth Turtles movie. You had Live Free or Die Hard. You had Ratatouille. You had no bullshit, Surf's Up. That was a big movie that summer too. Shrek the Third, Spider-Man 3.
You know what? I'm gonna hit you with this, Chris. You say Surf's Up was a big movie. Guess what? Now they do straight to DVD movies with WWE. That's amazing. What happened?
A movie this year that also pissed me off. Fucking Hostel 2. Fuck you, Eli Roth. That movie was garbage. I'm not even gonna talk about Hostel 2.
Finally clicked over. I told you it was garbage. Cabin Fever is garbage too. I don't know why you give Cabin Fever. You know what? I don't know why you give Eli Roth chances, motherfucker. You do.
The only movie I am giving him, and I think I agree with John, is the one with the freaking white people getting eaten by the cannibals. Because fuck you, white people. Why are you going down? Why are you going down there? Why are you going down there and helping people that are fucking cannibals? What are you doing here?
Yeah, you know what? And they say, and no bullshit. They say Eli Roth knocks it out the park, and I'm glad he did because he does way too much shit not to actually be good at something.
Real quick, D. Just from that outburst from CJ, would you like to be on more cannibal podcasts with us for BAM?
I don't. I watched that movie and I was like, you know what? All you white people deserve to get eaten. All right, you deserve this. All right, who told you to go to the uncharted part?
I keep on hyping up, man. Look, I keep on hyping up Man from Deep River. We're going to watch that. We're going to come back and we're going to say, yo, what's fucked up with that priest ain't that motherfucking baby. That's when you know that shit is real with these cannibal movies.
Yeah, Green Inferno. That's the name of the movie. Green Inferno. I remember watching that movie and I was sitting there like, yo, who told these white people? And I was glad there was no other ethnic or minorities in this group. It was just nothing but white people. I was so glad. I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Oh my God, thank God. Because I swear, man, if it was one black dude in there, I'm like, you know what, dog? Hey, Tyrone, you deserve to die, all right? Come on. You deserve
Can you say, hold on, can you say the same thing for those missionaries that went into Burma in Rambo 4?
Yeah. Until
you know what? Until
Brother Rock came in and saved the day. Homeboy.
Yeah, that was Brother Rock's debut, by the way. That was the debut of Brother Rock on his show. Talking about where Brother Rock came upon.
Trevor apparently believed in that rock going upside of Burmanese's head that day.
Nigga, bless him.
He wanted to go see his wife. It was like, fuck you, Bora. Bam.
Because even he had that look after he beat him upside the head with that rock.
I'm sorry, I know we're going to tangent, folks, but you got to understand. We talked about it, but you have to understand, folks. When you see that scene, the look on his eyes that he killed a man, it's like, yo, that was his first taste of blood.
To tell you the truth, that's what was missing from Live Free or Die Hard.
What, Justin Long neck snapping somebody? That would have been awesome.
Whether he neck snapped somebody or... Actually, I take that back. He did actually do something. He busted... my man unloaded a clip.
Okay, true.
He did do that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go and Live Free or Die Hard, because actually it's funny. It did good in the box office and stuff, and like I said, it couldn't combat Pixar because it was going up against Ratatouille, but they both made money that weekend, so it all balances out and stuff. So Live Free or Die Hard. Now, here's the thing. We talked about this when it comes to hacking in movies. I remember somebody literally pointing out that none of the shit that these guys were doing could possibly happen. There has to be a lot of other factors in place for this to happen. But
Well, that's
Thomas
that's pretty-
Gabriel is a cyber terrorist. And you know what he wants to do? Get all the money by shutting down the whole Eastern Seaboard.
all because he got casted out of a job for proving a point.
White people.
This, I want to say 1% problem. No, this is not even a 1% problem. This is
No, that's a 1%
dude,
problem, dude. Because like any other person would have been
I
like,
didn't want to say
anybody else would have been like, "That's how y'all feel? Fuck you! I'm working over here at the NSA. Kiss my ass," you know. But nah.
Yeah, anybody else would have been
My
like,
ass, nigga. Kiss my ass, nigga. I just got hired at Apple.
like anybody,
Thank you.
anybody else would have been like, you know what? Screw it. Like FBI don't want me. Fine, I'll go work for the NSA or like the CIA or something.
Secret
Or
Service.
some-
All of a sudden,
Service.
all of a sudden, y'all motherfuckers give a fuck about me when I'm working for the Russians. Oh, but you.
Yeah, but Thomas Gabriel goes a step further because, you know, he did what I like to call white people extremities to prove a point. Because he wanted to show that the government's infrastructure and cybersecurity was shit by virtue of hacking into it and almost causing, like, chaos with the nukes. And they was like, oh,
Well, you
that's
know
how
what?
you feel? And they fired him. And I was like, wow, that's okay, shit. I mean,
if I'm not mistaken, didn't he like hack into NORAD in like a matter of minutes?
yeah, he hacked into NORAD. I'm like, they couldn't just, you know, do what most white people do when white people fuck up on the jobs and just suspend them for a couple of days. Like,
Oh, and not just hacking the NORAD. I'm sorry. Thanks to that info dump that was given in the movie, he walked into the FBI, hacked into NORAD from a laptop.
yeah. They should have emphasized it. It was an IBM laptop.
In which I had to ask the question, so is anybody else going to call bullshit on how he did that? You walked into...
I will.
Like you
I
walked
will.
into a room.
How?
Like you walked into a room with a laptop, pulled it out, and just hacked in.
Again, white privilege. All right, because me.
Now either the
Also,
now, hold
again,
on,
also,
either the cybersecurity infrastructure of these, of these agencies is absolute shit, or my man has the power of movie magic bullshit on the side.
Yeah.
actually, I agree with the first part, but the second part is just merely science fiction, and bad screenwriting errors. I thought you would tell.
So let's
Dude, it's terrible.
it's
It's terrible. It is. It's one thing to have it in the. It's one thing to have it in the dialogue, but then there's another thing for having it to be played out of its own bullshit, where you're like, this is stupid.
So let's talk about John McClane. Since we last talked, he's back with the.
No, let's talk about the Java. No. If we want to talk about anything, let's talk about the fucking bullshit JavaScript I had to see in half this damn movie.
We'll get to that, but let's go to John McClane. John McClane, he's back. He's working for the new NYPD, and he's on the outs with somebody, and that somebody is his daughter, because of course John McClane pissed off somebody in the family, and it's his daughter. And yeah, she's on that. I hate you, Dad. Oh my God, Dad, it's your job. Oh, it's like, all right, whatever.
Nah, she straight up. No, she disrespected him. She called him by his first name. Remember that
John,
shit?
Look, again, only white people can do that. I call my dad John. He busts me in my damn jaw, and 3 Black Geese would be on hiatus for a couple of weeks because I won't be able to talk. That's just how it is. Sorry.
We go live to Waldorf, Maryland. Hi, I'm standing outside the Powell residence. Christopher Powell did assure you can at his little darling Jenny. Yeah, you name your daughter Jenny. I don't know why. Anyway,
I don't know, not a
Sure.
single black girl that is named Jenny. That would be a first.
nah, it's Jennifer. Nah, bitch, your name is Jenny with your white ass.
Mixed ass.
Oh wait.
Nah, but so the FBI, they were having computer outages, and their cybersecurity division is all like, hey, we chopped down the hackers, and like I said, the FBI does have a legit watch list of hackers that are,
Yeah, they have.
They have to. So they find out, they go to them and stuff to try to track them down, because if they're having these outages, it has to be one of these hackers. They find out that the hackers are being killed. So they were going down the list, and
In the most hilarious ways ever.
oh yeah,
My
my man
boys-
playing Gears of War.
Oh yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah, that was
That
Gears. At the very beginning of that
that
scene, that was Gears 1.
Playing Gears 1, and it detonates through his computer and it blows up. So the FBI
No, but not just hold on, not just the detonation through the computer. What I found hilarious is how you detonated. You detonated by causing your computer to freeze, and then you had to hit Control-Alt-Delete.
What if he just unplugged the computer?
That would have been hilarious. And you know what else I find like even more hilarious, CJ? How do these terrorists find the time to break into these hackers' apartments, rig Simtex or C4 inside the computer, and no one notices?
I don't know.
You know what? You know what? That brings up a better question.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't the terrorists sneak in while they're sleeping, shoot them in the head?
Hey, you're right.
They use explosives on guides who can't run. Why did you? What?
Like you're using explosives, like you're using explosives on nerds. Like first of all, not only is this overkill, but at the same time you're leaving. At the same time, you're leaving behind calling cards by setting off a string of explosions.
This is Hulk Hogan versus Raven Simone when she first showed up on the Cosby. I don't understand.
Now here's the thing. So the FBI, they need John to bring in. You know what? I'm just going to say it. They're bringing in Justin Long, being Justin Long. He's not even a character. I'm not even going to say his character Matt. He's Justin Long being Justin Long. The guy that's like, oh my God, John.
Justin Long.
No, CJ.
Justin Long.
No, CJ. They didn't bring in Justin Long as Justin Long. They brought in Justin Long as, hi, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC. That's the Justin Long they brought in.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny about that? Half the time he was on here, he was on a PC. Anyway.
Yeah. He had a PC, so he's in his room.
I did find that funny that he did get picked up for this movie after those commercials came out.
Oh, those commercials.
He's like, I've been an actor for like 5 years, guys. Nobody gave a shit, Justin.
John rolls up to his place, and meanwhile, the bad guys are sitting outside the apartment waiting for 3, 2, 1, boom to happen. And before this happened, John rings the doorbell, and they had their little banter, and John just busts up in there, and Justin Long is doing this whole, well, guy, you can't come in here because I got rights. And John was like, yeah, fuck your rights, I don't care. So the computer freezes up, and Justin doesn't do anything. So that's when we get our boy from District B13, Mr. Parkour himself. Luke Besson. He rolls up in there, and basically, he speaks a little French, but basically he's the silent assassin. So he's doing his parkour up there, and the guys roll up in there, and that's when John was like, okay, something's wrong here. And we get a bit of a shootout, which I gotta admit, the shootout was actually pretty interesting, because I didn't know.
It was all right.
I gotta admit, I was one of those people that I didn't know if you shoot a fire extinguisher, that shit could fucking happen like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of scientific stuff that does happen in this movie. You just need to respect it for its realness.
So
I would also like to point out
this movie was on straight up video game logic, which is fine.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just going to say this: the fucking physics in GTA 5 are way more tighter in this than this movie. That's what I'm really trying to say. There's a lot of no in this movie.
I would also like to point out: did you like the product placement?
Oh man, listen, there was so
much product placement.
So no product placement is ridiculous.
First of all, I thought it was hilarious seeing a computer get blown up by a toy Terminator. Freaking T-800 just happened to fall over and hit the button.
Don't get me started on Terminator, because I'm still going to hit on to.
Well, you know what? It's kind of funny in their own. It's kind of funny in their own way. They just launched Skynet, so
Understand, folks, Skynet was decided on a fucking press Y for yes, press N for no. I want you to understand this, all right?
But no,
Fate of the world on a yes or no.
No, CJ, I have to stop you there for a second. Yes, and you guys can listen to this on our Terminator podcast, but you also have to remember, CJ, Skynet pushed humanity to hit the yes or no button because it already became self-aware before it went online.
No, but if he said no, it would. Well, then again,
conspiratory theory.
Then again, if he but he's right there, because if he did know, then it would just delay Skynet for another 6 months, and then it would have just did something else in order to activate. So yeah, you're right.
Well, you know, that's
Exactly. They would have been spending the next 6 months trying to contract McAfee to see if they could fix this virus.
You know what, that kills me, man. Well, you know what?
Have you tried turning it off and on?
You know what? Why didn't nobody do that in this movie?
You know what? See, that's where there's no realism. Nobody hit the plug, waited 5 seconds, plug it back in. Whoa.
So the guys go up in there, and John activates the explosive in the computer, and it blows the guys up in there and stuff. And basically,
Again, you don't. Again, I'm just. Anyway, go ahead.
So John, after they fight off, they basically tap the brake, and Luke Besson flies off the car, and they drive off. They decide they're going to go to DC to drop Pharrell over to the FBI. So while they're on the way and stuff, and Gabriel is trying to figure shit out, Cliff Curtis, he plays the deputy director at the FBI. He's basically kind of doing a lot of running around this movie and stuff, and a lot of info dumping too as well and stuff, especially.
And it seems like
McClane.
a lot of the stuff he says, it seems like he's a professional of a lot of the things that are going down hacking wise, but he looks like he's so fucking clueless.
But let's be real about this. I
don't know.
really feel that's Cliff Curtis's face in every movie, anyways.
I don't know.
It's like I don't know. I don't know, John. I don't know. I'm just as old as you. All right. I don't know this hacking shit. So, in probably one of the more ridiculous fucking sequences ever, they get to DC, and Gabriel's crack team of hackers hack the cameras in DC, and they find out John has Pharrell there, and Luke Besson in the helicopter starts shooting at McClane, and we get another action sequence.
I gotta say, you know, the camera work is amazing. Not only did they get them, but they got these clear pictures. I'm like, you know what? It's good that you can give cameras a resolution. You know what I mean?
Yeah, clearly. That's how hacking works, D. Come on. Clearly.
Duh.
Clearly.
I'm stupid.
So, I have to say, this was probably one of the more wacky sequences ever because these hackers can control basically anything and everything. They can control the traffic lights. They control the lights inside the, I want to say, was that the 3rd Street Tunnel, D? Or was that the C Street Tunnel? Which tunnel in DC was that?
Oh, that's that tunnel? That was the Los Angeles set tunnel. That's what that was.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because I was like, I don't know any fucking tunnel in DC
not-
that goddamn big. I don't know.
There's no
Like,
tunnel.
like we don't know no tunnel in DC that's that damn big and that clear.
And they had toll booths. They had fucking toll booths, my nigga.
Look,
Don't give DC any fucking ideas because they would do that too.
Look, first off, Maryland, Virginia already got fucking ideas right now. I'm still looking at Virginia like, go fuck yourself, putting tolls going down to Fredericksburg. Yeah, go fuck yourself in Virginia on that.
Whoa. When did they do that?
Oh, I forgot. You're in Japan. You didn't know about that. Yeah, about was it last year or the year before, D, when that happened?
Last year. I think it was last year.
Last year, yeah, they decided, hey, so when you go down south, you can't use that HOV anymore. It's a pay toll now.
Well,
yep.
looks like
My hairy nuts.
I'm like, well, looks like everybody's gonna be pulling out. Everybody's gonna be using Google Maps or whatever GPS system they got and hitting that avoid tolls like selection box.
Shit, there's gonna be a bunch of them, man. Trust me.
I mean,
I did.
And Maryland is just as greedy because they upped the toll prices and shit too while you were gone. So it's like, really?
Yep.
Are we serious? Like 301 Bridge used to be $3. Now it's $6. And I'm like, wow, really? We're doing this now?
And they're saying something like, yeah, it's free or some shit. But it was just Hogan's way of just trying to stay governor in Maryland. Like, come on, y'all. I do that for free, but won't that raise something else? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So, anyway, so we get the most wacky sequence ever with cars crashing and stuff. And John gets the idea, how do you take out a helicopter, people? I got it. We take it out using a fucking Impala and launching it to the fucking helicopter.
Here's my one thing. Why did Justin Long hop out the fucking car? That was stupid as shit.
No. John told him to get out the car, by the way. And when John McClane tells you to get the fuck out the car, you get the fuck out the car.
Dude, that one rogue fucking car was killing me. He was just rolling on like 18 different cars, and it kept momentum for a minute. That thing was sentient. I swear to
Now,
God.
bear in mind, folks, this movie is a combination of CGI and practical effects, and that whole sequence inside the tunnel was CGI like a motherfucker.
That it was.
Yes, it was, man.
Because I got
Matt,
now, I'm pretty sure
that one was
there were some practical stuff. I remember seeing behind the scenes. There were some practical stuff, but a lot of that shit CGI like hell.
No, not only was that whole sequence like CGI, the other part that was also kind of I wouldn't say dumb, but something I did point out was, hey, in case you didn't notice, we are driving through a movie trailer materials tunnel. Think about it. That entire tunnel sequence was nothing but material to be used for the trailer.
Yeah, and in a movie that is just as ridiculous, I was laughing at the fact that as that Impala was like rolling towards the helicopter, Luc Besson dropped like 100 feet onto the ground like it was nothing. Didn't break a leg or anything.
That he did. Didn't even do a
Didn't a combat roll or anything. Nothing.
Yeah, he didn't even do a
He
combat
just
roll when he
leaped down.
jumped.
He just straight up down, like he just hit the ground like a G. It was amazing.
And I excuse it because it's Luc Besson. He's just fucking badass. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you
And
gonna
I
do?
like how he I like how they try to contact, like, what was it, like terrorists contacting him, they ask him what happened, and he just responded in District B13. That's what that was.
Yeah. That
Responds in District B13.
So after that whole shebang and stuff, that's when Gabriel finally makes his grandstand, and we find out that he's doing a fire sale. Which the whole idea of a fire sale is essentially, you target the nation's infrastructures and stuff, from the stock market to the transportation grid to the electrical grid and everything and stuff. And
yeah, take out the power, take out transportation, take out the money, of course. Just take out just take out everyone's day-to-day use of commodities.
Yeah, and essentially it's a thing of like he literally puts on TV that the White House exploded and stuff, and everybody's freaking out. You see John and what's his face literally roll out the fucking trailer. Miguel rolled out the trailer like, oh shit, all right, cool. The White House is still there. All right, cool. Woo!
I'm not gonna lie. I was mad when that turned out to be fake.
I was too. I was like, yo, they blew up the state cap. It was the state capitol, by the way.
Yeah, it was the Capitol
building. My bad.
They blew up the Capitol building. Congress is on fire. It was like, oh yeah, nothing happened. Hey, sir, yeah. How long were you in the Army? For years. You know that if they blew up the Capitol, we would have felt some type of tremor, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. Fucking stupid. DC is 2 miles long. I swear to God it is. But it's like thick.
Here's my other question too. When they blew now let's say that was real. If they actually did take out the Capitol, I would say, hey, we can actually take these terrorists serious. But not only did they fake that out, they also, much earlier in the movie, decided to troll all of the United States by taking 5 or 6 presidents and doing what the internet now does with music videos and songs by having every word that comes out of their mouth pretty much spell out a sentence.
I just like all the really, really scary words coming from motherfucking George Bush, and you thinking to yourself, bitch, please, I live with Trump now. You know what I mean? Back then it was like, yeah, man. Now it's like, oh, shut the fuck up. You're not Trump.
I gotta admit,
Trump,
man, like,
Trump is scary.
I was in the Air Force around this time, and like, you'd be hard pressed. Like, I had a lot of coworkers, white coworkers, that like, if you said anything about Bush, you were just like, you're a terrorist. You're part of the problem. I'm like, dude, I'm black. Fuck Bush. All right, come on. This keep it where it is. I know he's my boss, but the fuck you want me to do? You want me to sit there and say, "Oh shit"? I mean, look. I shook his father's hand when I was deployed, but it's not like I'm gonna sit there and be like looking at Bush Jr. like, come on, like really, come on.
No. You know what? I know what you did. It's like, all right, like Christopher Powell, like to shake your hand. Here's you. I know what you did to the Contras down there, my nigga. I ain't stupid. That's a Christmas.
But I mean, it's like, so it's like you said. So I
Tell
think
the truth about Nicaragua, my nigga.
But I think that's where we're at right now, where it's like, yo, like we're really at a point right now where your kids, D, can tell everybody, I survived Trump. Fuck you guys. Yeah, so, you know, but like I said, it's just funny when you look back at this. It's like, oh, George W. Bush, ooh, he was the boogeyman. Oh.
Even then, like you said, it's like these fake, the joke, like the internet does that now, like clipping different ones. Nigga, we make songs out of it. Somebody had Barack Obama say, "Pop the Molly, I'm sweating." Woo! Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Woo! I'm like, yeah.
Hold up, time out.
I'm like, yeah.
Was this the same?
God.
Hold up, was 07 the same year that Bush Jr. got a shoe thrown at him? Or was that 08?
Oh my God, I don't remember. I don't think it was his last year as president. I think it was probably 06 or 07.
Because understand, folks,
Bush had the panels though, man. Bush said, yoink.
Listen, folks. If you were on message boards, back in the day, particularly the SRK boards, somebody literally pulled the Resident Evil 4 QTE for that shit, and I was like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Understand, folks, that was a moment, man. A guy was bold enough to throw a shoe at George W. Bush, and George Bush had the reflex of a fucking cat. Who knew? Now I'm looking at Secret Service like, so none of y'all gonna dive in front of the shoe, huh? All right, bet.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody was fired from Secret Service that day. Matt decides, hey, he figures out that they're gonna target power grids next, and you know, on the Eastern Seaboard there are a lot of like main power grid hubs, and one of them is in West Virginia, so they have to travel from DC to West Virginia to this place. Now, out of Gabriel's whole crew, the two that really only mattered, well, three technically, Lou Besson, Maggie Q as Mai Lin, which I'm like, hey Maggie, you could have just told him not call you obvious.
How about the fact that her name is Mai in Live Free or Die Hard, and then years later, she plays Mai in the King of Fighters movie.
Actually, she did the KOF movie that same year.
Oh, it was that was the same year. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. We couldn't name her anything other than Mai. Like, can we just give her a regular name? Just don't even make it obvious like she's Mai, you see, because she's from Asia. Fine.
I like that. No, I like that. She's just from a region.
A region, yeah, you know. So they get to the actual, you know, power station and stuff. And basically Mai is just kicking the shit out of John McClane the whole time. And it's actually pretty funny. But here's my thing. Do y'all get like a little cringe when you see a dude just punch the shit out of a chick in a movie?
No.
First of all, if she's a villain,
no.
Hell no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. No.
The reason why, now hold on.
I'm all for equal opportunity. It just throws me off. It's like, Jesus Christ, John. Like, bam. I'm like, holy shit.
She's the bad guy. What do you want?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying he's a slapper. It threw me off for a second. Like, whoa, shit.
First of all, like CJ. First of all, she's the bad guy. He pimp smacked her. He punched her. He fucking body slammed her. He did all of this shit. And here's me. Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Oh, I know
she
that.
Made an attempt. No. She made an attempt on your life. It's you or her.
And,
I'm not going to take equal opportunity. The only thing I'm thinking at that point, like, bitch, I was being a man and not going to strike you. Now you have to see both of the hands.
And the net result,
not just one, but both.
And the net result was that.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude. You know what's so sad?
Mm-hmm.
I laughed at the fact that Bruce couldn't beat her. So the niggas decided to spear her with a fucking car. I'm like, yo.
In the words of John McClane, as he's telling Gabriel afterwards, I just shoved an SUV up your girl's ass.
My man said the last time, he was like, the last time I think I heard from her, she was down in the elevator shaft when an SUV rammed up her ass.
Dude.
As Gabriel is like angry.
The line that got me was like, yeah, So you might get another Asian hooker bitch to go at me. And then you mentioned something about ninja moves, and I was like, huh, that's a little bit racist somehow, but okay.
No, what? No, the part no. You want to talk racist was he said, man, you. This was like later in the movie where he goes, man, you have got to be running out of bad guys at this point. Or are you still on hold for, can I get another dead Asian hooker bitch? Like, I'm like, Jesus.
Hey, it's John in Savage mode. I mean, let's be real about this.
I mean,
right?
hella savage.
I like how Gabriel had this look of like, I'm mad on my face. I'm like, dude, you did not give that much of a shit about mine. Let's keep it real here, dog. You know, she was your jump off.
Like,
she was your jump off. I don't think she was necessarily your main squeeze here, dog.
All that was that y'all worked. No, you know what that was? Y'all worked with each other. You did something brilliant, and she kissed you, and y'all just went with it. Y'all ain't go out with each other. No, yeah, like y'all didn't even did anything. She's
like,
just hype.
First of all, you're the movie's villain. So by being the movie's main villain, you're pretty much obligated to have you're obligated to have an Asian sidekick. And I wish they would have brought him back. If they'd have brought back Homeboy from the first Die Hard, Asian dude with the Snickers.
That wasn't gonna happen. That wasn't gonna happen.
No, here's the thing.
But that wasn't gonna happen because of mid 2000s he kind of disappeared on us.
He did. He completely disappeared on us. But they bring in hold on. I'm sorry, CJ. But they bring in Mai, and I'm already under the assumption like, yeah, she's gonna be awesome. She's gonna do some cool shit for about 2 or 3 scenes, and when she gets taken out, something tells me it won't be as cool as when Carl got taken out.
I mean, look. I mean, Carl's my got the same treatment as Carl's brother. He got the death that was just not as eventful. I mean, Carl's brother got basically rolled onto his neck and then dead. You know, so Mai just got an SUV right in her face, and she's done.
You fell down an elevator shaft in the SUV. You're pretty much done.
You know, so Gabriel's pissed off, and he decides he's going to redirect a natural gas system over into the station to blow it up. And indirectly, it helps him because it basically leaves the whole eastern seaboard without power.
You can do that.
Hacking powers,
Apparently.
folks.
Well, not just hacking powers. Remember what Justin said earlier in the movie. Pretty much taking out anything that's run by computers. Which, dude, look around you today. Everything is run on computers.
Yeah, which, side note, before they went to West Virginia, they were trying to get a car, and they had to use the OnStar thing, and Justin basically was playing like, oh my god, there's an emergency, can you start the car? And then it starts the car, and then, you know.
He's like, look, No, it wasn't just, please hold on. We will be calling the authorities and medical assistance. No, I'm fine, okay? I could drive. It's going to be too late by the time they get here. Look, he's like, what's your name? My name is Dolores. Dolores, do you have a dad? I don't know if you do, but I do. I have one here. He's sitting right next to me, and I don't want him to die. Will you please just start the goddamn car?
Starting car.
Here's me. That worked. And that always actually works. Do that.
Always works.
Now, so they
do it, kids.
So Pharrell basically says, hey, we have a hacker named Warlock that probably will know where Gabriel's next move is, and Warlock is played by Kevin Smith.
And we get some interesting lore about Kevin
just
Bruce's,
look it up.
like Kevin and Bruce's work relationship.
Oh man, his backstory for this was actually pretty funny because it was just like from what Kevin was saying is that this whole scene was never going to be in there. They were just going to do a quick info dump, and Bruce is like, well, hold on, like, how can you do that? And like, that doesn't make sense in the structure of the movie. So they end up writing this whole scene, and that's what the scene you get with this, where they meet up with Warlock. He's running 7 generators and stuff, and that's where we get the backstory of Gabriel and how, you know, he has grievances, and he rolled there and hacked NORAD with a laptop and stuff, and really emphasizes it and stuff. So Warlock apparently has been trying to hack into Gabriel's network and stuff, and Gabriel basically picked up on it. And I was laughing because as they're talking and stuff, you know, John's covering the
he covered the camera.
And he's like, can you you know, trace that? And Gabe was like, John, you can cover the camera, but you didn't cover the mic.
No. John, covering the camera does not mute the mic.
Yeah. So
Like, we get it. John's old.
yeah.
I'm about to say, because he's old, you see. If we never did that, you would ever guess he was beyond his age.
I mean, bro, he already came at him with like lines such as, "Oh, for the love of God, John, you're a Timex watch in a digital age."
Yeah. Well, I find it.
I don't know. You know what? I'm giving Bruce Willis no fucking credit, but a lot of the dialogue in this movie doesn't help either. So, you know, I can't blame all of this on Bruce.
Yeah. So basically, as Warlock is kind of running a trace on this stuff, you know, Gabriel is telling John, like, hey, John, I know, you know, you got a daughter and stuff, and also your little 401k and your pension, it's down to zero because, yeah, hacking. Awesome.
Yep, because because we can do that. Now, however, we can bring it back, plus a whole lot more. If you just do me one little favor,
Put a bullet in
put
it.
a bullet in Matt's head.
Let's be real about this. McClane has been wanting to put a bullet in Matt's head this whole movie. Just putting that out there.
Real talk. Just put a bullet in the back of his head, D. Wow. Everybody loves me.
First off, I need guarantees if I was to do that. It's like, first off, I'm not about to put a bullet in his head and you just disappear and don't give me my motherfucking money. Fuck you. That's how it's
Second of all, just as easy, just how you were easily able to make my shit disappear, you can make it reappear. I do that shit, you make it disappear again.
Yeah. So basically, the gist of it is like this. So they find out.
Also, I just think I think you're ugly, and your mama ugly too. Yeah.
So they find out. Warlock ends up finding out that, you know, Gabriel was using all the hackers to write code to crack into the Social Security Administration in Woodlawn. And you come to find out that basically Gabriel, as with any bad guy, is just a fucking thief. He's basically trying to get the nation's financial records for himself so he basically can be... Basically, he has all the money, essentially. It's kind of like the shit from... The Dark Knight Rises that Bane was doing, where it's like, hey, I hacked the stock market. Yeah, I got all the money now.
Just so I could fuck it over. Ooh.
Yeah.
Burn the money.
Gotham has been given back to you.
Also, if you have diamonds and pearls, we're just going to chuck those into the sea. Right to the Gotham River.
You think you have power over me, do you? Ah!
You know, I don't blame Bane for his plot, but I don't know why. It just felt like, you know what, Bane, I don't see no end game in this. You're just going to kill all the rich people, and then what? What else needs to be done?
What happens to me? I'm middle class, Bane. Then you'll die. And it's like, but I'm middle class. I'm not the 1%. Doesn't matter. It's like, what?
Oh.
It would
okay,
be
I
very
get it.
painful for
I
you.
get it. Do you say, oh, like a surprise you? Oh, I get it. You're a maniac. Just like that.
A maniac, you
nuts.
say. Walk the ice.
Oh.
All right, cool.
All right. I'm just going to say this. There's going to be this white boy that flies around in a bat suit. He's about to give you this fade. Oh, shit. The ice.
He's about to give you this fade.
Oh, man.
Catch this fade. Punch. Catch this fade.
So,
it hurts.
the only reason why...
No, D. It's not catch this fade. It's justice fade.
The fade of justice. Get it.
Oh
it
my
hurts.
god, man! So Warlock and Pharrell, they basically they go into this whole hacker thing where it was like, well, of course it's Woodlawn. Do you see how much heat is coming off of the servers there and stuff? And then John is looking at him like, oh, you fucking geeks! God damn it, you bunch of geeks! So Somehow they now because Warlock is in Baltimore, they managed to get the Woodlawn in record time because traffic in Baltimore is non-existent apparently.
Yeah, also was non-existent in Baltimore. That actually be in fucking Baltimore. I swear that was like Anaheim and like a hilly side of Anaheim.
I honestly God think that could have been Baltimore. It looked pretty rough.
That was probably Boston for all we know.
I don't know. You sure it isn't the good area where Jay lives at? You sure it ain't there?
All right, first off, that's gentrified, so slow your damn road. But anyway, point is this: that don't look like Baltimore. Whatever.
And also, he has 7 generators and not a single person tried to steal them shits.
Yeah.
Pretty shocking.
The Baltimore PD would have been like, hey, what's up with this one house with all these lights? I hope he's doing nothing special in there. And then they have to go in there and, shoot him as well.
Wait. If I'm mistaken, they took a chopper over there.
Yeah, they took a chopper over there and stuff. And so basically...
I like how they did that with no lights, didn't know what they were landing on. It was almost like it was science fiction. The landing was funny though because it was like
yeah. So they get there.
I had to know that was funny.
So they get there and stuff, and Matt he finds out that they're downloading all the information inside the room. So while John is kind of basically being a distraction, and the big bulky guy that is probably from Israel or some other country leaves out the room, Matt hacks it, encrypts the data, and basically kind of messes up them downloading and stuff, and he gets captured. Meanwhile, John is fighting Luc Besson, and in typical John McClane luck, he manages to get the drop on Luc Besson and kicks him into the freaking ice breaker shredder thing, and he dies, but we don't see the body, but we see blood. Okay.
The one thing I will say is this. Did you get a vibe of, I'm the old guy, and your guys hit me all these new moves that I've never seen before.
I did laugh how he kept... What did he call them, Sue, when he was like jumping around or something like that?
Jesus, what did he call him? I'm trying to remember what he called him.
No, he was pissed off because he kept jumping around. Hold on, what did you say?
I said, annoying.
Yeah. But still, it was just funny.
I forgot what he called. I don't know what he called.
But he was just jumping around and stuff, and it was just hilarious to me. I was like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, you jumping around.
I like how Luke Besson just pretty much got this short big boot delivered to him, and he just died. I like that's how he took it out.
Oh, that's not Luc Besson. It's Cyril Raffaelli. That's not.
Oh,
yeah. My bad.
Now I don't even know if I edit that out. I just let you just sound stupid.
No. We're just gonna sound stupid until I just said that. So there you go. But yeah, it's Cyril Raffaelli and stuff. But he's been in a lot of movies and stuff, and I'm still mad. I am so mad that he had to team up with Paul Walker and that fucking no. It was his other dude that teamed up with him. My bad. I'm getting them too confused. Never mind. But so basically. Yeah, I'm getting him and the other dude mixed up and stuff. But so basically, he gets kidnapped and stuff, and John, jumps on top of one of the semi trucks and stuff, takes the guy out. So Gabriel figures out, oh, John is in the semi truck. How do I combat that? Oh, that's right. Let me access the fucking Marine Corps F-35 because the F-35 was a thing starting out that year. And I'm going to
had it showcasing in the movie, didn't they?
Yeah, and they had him impersonating an air traffic controller person, and the guy was like, "Yeah, there's a terrorist in the truck, and they have F-35 going after John in the truck." And John ends up taking out the F-35
with his bare hands.
My God, why?
It's so stupid because it's like, really, John takes out an F-35. That's where we're at right now. Okay.
I'm gonna say this is Die Hard, yo.
I remember seeing it in the trailer, and I'm like, how is John gonna take out and he took out an F-35? Son of a bitch.
Now here's the thing. Now you see what we just did right there? Is it wrong to be a fucking Otacon type fanboy? Because you remember what Otacon told X Snake, like, you took out a tank with just grenades, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I talked to somebody in the army about it, and I asked them, "How's that possible?" And you know what they said? It's impossible. You actually did it, and they were like, "Yeah, maybe it was like
I
it
like
was
how
fucked up, but I did it."
I like how Metal Gear Solid 2 Raiden said, "Hold my beer. I'm gonna take out an F-16 with a fucking damn missile. Go."
Yo,
I
this
took out an
motherfucker's
F-16.
like,
Look, I took out an F-16 with a with a flurry of Stinger missiles.
oh, same thing if you said the snake with motherfucking liquid. Snake!
Yep, I took down a Hind D again with a Stinger missile.
Nah. It was
See,
actually with
yeah.
the It was actually with the not the Stinger. It was with the What was the heat-seeking things?
No, he didn't use the Nikita. You use the Stinger when you're on the roof fight.
Those-
Oh,
Stingers, yeah.
okay. My bad. I got them mixed up. I was getting them mixed
You
up.
used the Nikita. You used the Nikita on Vulcan Raven.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah,
That
it's
shit
just it's got a Hind D and stuff. I still remember the beginning of Metal Gear Solid is like a Hind D, you know, and
KH Kasaka. What's a Russian gunship doing here? That's your telling sign to tell you that Ocelot is in this game.
also, I like how they just saying all this shit. Like, yeah, that resembles that helicopter.
so John
Yo.
so John takes out an F-35.
John, now here's my thing. When the pilot ain't shit. Let's get that right the way. The pilot ain't shit.
Nah,
Did you like how the pilot ejected? He ejected himself out of that ship like ASAP. He's like, well, I can't take down the most broken character in this movie, so yeah, like GG's, I'm out.
Oh, I mean, let's be real about this too.
Possible.
I was laughing because number one, all right, this is supposed to be DC, right? This is supposed to be DC. Hold on, were they in DC? Were they driving out of DC at the time, or they were driving out of Baltimore? I think they were driving out of Baltimore.
Baltimore.
And I'm like, okay, first off, Baltimore doesn't have a big ass fucking bridge like that. That's first off. Second off, it's driving on a fucking off ramp, which last I checked, Baltimore doesn't have a fucking whirling off ramp like that.
There was none of that. See, they could have played that off. They could have played that off if they said that they were driving past the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. That would have worked.
Oh, not even there.
Not even that. Not even that.
No, wait. No, you're right, because you know what? They didn't make that. They didn't make that freaking spider's web of off ramps just yet.
Yeah. So like,
At
man, that whole scene was just ridiculous to me. And it's like, so John just jumps up on there, sits there and fucks up the damn F-35 and makes it go like, oh, and he slides, and the guy's like, fuck this shit, $1 million,
Did you just do the Mortal... Chris, did you just do the Mortal Kombat slip?
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's what John did. It's like, yo, he really did the fucking slip, like, you know, just...
That caught me in off so bad. Oh my god.
So John finally makes his way towards where his daughter and Matt is and stuff, you know.
Again, he walked away. I'm sorry. We're not going to ignore this. You walked away from taking out an F-35 with your bare hands. You walked without a scratch.
Oh, which, by the way...
Which is the worst? Which is the worst part about that? Like I said, the fact that the pilot got outwitted, or the fact that John somehow, some way, got on top of the fucking jet. The jet! All you had to do was fly upward in the sky, and you would have won the match. I don't understand how that happened.
Look, that's what makes it more funny. It's like, let me get this right. John took out an F-35 with no effort. Meanwhile, Captain America had to fucking flip off a bike, throw a goddamn shield, do even more damage, and then boom, he took out a fucking damn Quinjet. But John just fucks up the rudders and, oh shit, F-35, and then done. That's all it takes.
Wow, man.
It's not even
But no,
badass.
for
I'm sorry. Bucky, literally, Leonidas kicking a guy into a fucking Quinjet is better than what John McClane did.
Okay, what was the cause of the jet crashing again?
He
What was
fucked up the rudder. He was on the plane and fucked up the rudder and shit, and it just made the F-35 all like, oh shit, I can't control it anymore. And I'm like, really? That's all it takes?
Better question. how fucking flimsy is that damn jet for that to happen?
We'll see, D. You know, the F-35 was in its beta testing stages, so clearly it wasn't up
Straight
to
up my
snuff.
ass, nigga. How the fuck Steel? How does Steel job out to Bruce Willis? That doesn't make any sense.
See. This is why if you're gonna showcase something off in a movie, you need to do that shit very subtly.
I was in the Air Force, and I'm looking at this like, yo, this is not a good look for the Air Force.
That's what I'm saying.
damn.
That was not a good look at all. Let's see. First of all, BMW had it right with GoldenEye. They said, look, you're gonna take this Z3. You're only gonna be in the movie for like a maximum of a minute, and that's it.
You know what was more believable? Ladies and gentlemen, let's do our Stone Cold podcast. You know what was more believable? A motorcycle going into a helicopter. That was more believable.
No. It wasn't a motorcycle going into a helicopter. It was a cop car that went into a helicopter.
No. Can we back it up though? No. You're actually on the money here because in Expendables 3, a motorcycle did go into the helicopter. He's right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Dude, I don't want to. No, but all right. Anyway, look.
I'm just saying.
The one that killed Mac's dad. Stone Cold was fun.
Yo, can we talk about something real quick?
You know what? All right, go ahead.
Let me talk about this. Okay, so Matt is having a conversation with Lucy. And she's
no. I'm sorry. What happened? You know what the best part is? There are people that defend that scene of Bruce Willis taking down a jet with the normal one. It's just a movie. No, you're not allowed.
Granted, you can say that because we just, again, as you said at the beginning of the movie, where he literally runs a car into a helicopter, that set the tone of unbelievability at this point.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? See, I can throw something else at you. They could have went along with that, like with, of throwing out the unbelievables. Like having him throw a car at a helicopter that set the tone. They could have took it even further and had Bruce Willis literally punch. I'm sorry. You could have had him punch the window, grab the pilot, and yank his ass out of the cockpit.
And fly the F-35.
And fly the F-35. That could have happened.
All I'm saying is this, all right? All I'm saying is this. We missed out on John playing chicken with the F-35, and I would have been more satisfied with the damn semi-truck running into the F-35 than what John did.
Man, I'm more satisfied with with realizing that Sting was in the motherfucking tractor trailer at the beginning of that WCW game.
I'm just saying, yo, John literally was on fucking 3 wheels on that fucking truck at one point, and I'm like, look, my dad would be spinning, my dad would literally be eye rolling like a motherfucker because he's a truck driver and is looking at like no.
You know what?
No.
Dude, he was doing first of all, Bruce, that truck was doing shit that would make that damn what was it? What's the name of that show?
Dog, it makes everything from that fucking Randy Travis movie Black Dog look believable as shit.
No, not that. No, not the movie. No, I'm talking about that I'm talking about the TV show. I'm talking about that TV show. What was it? Yes, Ice Road Truckers. Like the shit he was doing in this movie would make them motherfuckers blush.
Listen, I seen them dudes in Ice Road Truckers do some crazy ass shit, but this movie was just like, yeah, hold my beer. I'm going to do some crazy shit.
You know, this sounds stupid, but I think a lot of this movie was not realistic. It's not at all.
Because John McClane had that magic, you see. So here's the thing.
No, he had that plot armor, nigga.
Yeah, plot armor. So that's the whole point of Die Hard. Die Hard is all about plot armor.
So Lucy is having this conversation with Matt where she's basically telling him, "Hey, dude, grow a fucking pair. All right, Jesus, I was about to give you some, but then you can't even grow a fucking pair."
Actually, that's never going to happen. I don't know what you think.
I mean, look. They implied at the end that they were going to be talking, but that's
stupid too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean they implied it, but that's about
Jeff,
it. Stop.
We're gonna get you a girl there in this one. Hey, like that, Jesse? You want to get a girl in there?
No, I did. No, I did like how she's trying to be tough, so she's So he looked. I mean, so he looked at me and said, "Like my name's Matt, Lucy McClane. McClane? I thought your name was Gennaro. Like I thought your name was Lucy Gennaro. Not today. It's Lucy.
Well, you see, guys, she somehow managed to outmuscle our Israeli guy and shoots him with his own gun in his foot. And I like how Gabriel's looking at him like, "You got that? Are you sure you got that?
You sure?" That part
that was fun.
He's like, "You got her? You sure?" I'm like, "Bruh, he hit you with the Microsoft."
Now this is where I have to call bullshit. So. In a movie that has a lot of crazy shit, this is where it gets ridiculous. So Gabriel has, John in the chokehold and stuff, and got a gun pointed to him.
Oh God! First off, I'm laughing at the fact that they're fighting. We're like, yo, everything John did to this point, you should be fucking washing this nigga, man. That was even possible.
Took down an F-35 and somehow Gabriel was washing you. How the fuck does that work?
Dude, you took down a $1 billion jet. Yeah, you can't drop the nigga from fucking Deadwood. Are you serious?
So John decides he's gonna pull his yippee ki yay motherfucker, but it cuts off when he shoots him, and somehow the bullet goes through John and lunges fucking Gabriel 50 feet over onto the windshield of a car.
Look, look. I've seen selling and wrestling before that was more believable than that.
That is Shawn Michaels overselling Hulk Hogan levels of overselling.
I got a question. Which pissed you off the most? The fact that God again made the rule of gravity, force, and how things move, physics, if you will. How much of a dick slap in the face is to God for saying this scene? Because what just happened? What
would happen if the bullet didn't go through?
I got another question. On top of that one, which is worse, that or the cut off Yippee Ki Yay Mother? And to me, it was like, I already didn't enjoy this movie. You just had to whip out your dick and slap me in the face. Which is the worst dick slap?
I think it was just the cutting off of Yippee Ki Yay because we were sitting around waiting for that. See, I remember in the first movie when he first dropped Yippee Ki Yay, that was like midway in the movie. So you don't even hear, like, he didn't even use it as a line at the end. He used it actually in the beginning of he used it at the beginning of the movie when Hans was trying to figure out who the hell he was. Yep. And the second movie, it was perfect. He used it to light the jet fuel on fire and blow up the plane before, as it was taking off.
Can I talk about
motherfucker?
Can I talk about something? Oh, go ahead.
And with this one, like, you shot yourself, and the only thing I was waiting for at this point now was just one-liners, like not even one-liner, more like punchlines. See, when he threw the car at Chopper, I forgot to mention the lines that he used. Throws the car at the Chopper, like, dude, what the hell? You just killed a Chopper with a cop car. I was out of bullets.
I like that one.
Yeah,
that was a good line. Then for this one, his daughter comes running up to her like, "Dad, you're insane. You just shot yourself." Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Can I be real about this? This movie is directed by Len Wiseman, and I understand how he got this movie because you did the first two Underworld movies and they made a lot of money, so you're on a hot streak. But then after he did Live Free or Die Hard and made money, he did that not that great and very forgettable Total Recall remake.
Oh God, nobody liked that movie.
That movie is forgettable as hell. Oh, folks. Let me tell you something about that Total Recall remake. You want to know how bad it was? They try to sell people on the 3-titty chick more than the movie.
Yo, didn't they?
It's sad. That is sad when they gotta reach back into nostalgia to make people say, "Hey, we did it! It's in the movie."
That's telling you something because when you remember the original Total Recall, it didn't sell you on the 3-titty chick. She was just there as just a side thing here. It sold you on Arnold. It sold you on Arnold.
They just sold you on Arnold.
In the 2 weeks shit. and him like shooting people up and stuff. That's what it sold you on it. And Michael Ironside, because it's Michael Ironside.
Let's say Ironside, fucking Ironside.
But I just remember that remake. It was like, hey guys, 3-titty chick. It looks realistic, and I'm like, but what about the movie? Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
No way, CJ. Say that again.
What about the movie?
We made a movie.
Exactly. That's exactly what that was.
No, you know what? And it gave my wife a chance because we got 40 minutes into the movie. Here's my wife. Colin Farrell. You know, me and my husband were watching you. We said you would have been an actor, and I agreed with him. Yo, why is it that Colin Farrell, even when I think he's doing good, he does something on screen to make me just yell that out? Like, dude, you were perfect in this movie, and then you stopped that. What happened, Colin?
But it's amazing to me. If you're going back to Wiseman, though, it's like I felt after Total Recall, he basically was like, hey, Wiseman, that movie shit, yeah, you're gonna take your ass back to TV because he's been killing it on TV. He's been doing Sleepy Hollow and Lucifer and The Gifted and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's found his niche. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Apparently he's still producing the Underworld movies and stuff, and apparently he's doing that Underworld TV series. To which I'm like, hey, Kevin Grievous, you're getting your money up on this, aren't you?
Oh, no,
Better.
Nigga, I ain't seen one fucking penny. I'm like, oh damn.
Oh, we talked to him. I want to ask him. I'll be like, hey, so Kevin, how much money
Oh
you
man,
really getting?
yo,
off
I
that?
got a feeling we talked to him about that. Kevin, like, motherfucker. All of we sitting there with a big ass mad black dude.
Like, oh man, dude, you're gonna see me being scared. I'm like, hey D, I'm scared. He's gonna eat me. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Or better yet, he could be like some of our other interviews that we had where the people that we interviewed ended up dropping some hot ass tea.
Oh man, we find out that that they didn't pay him for fucking Frankenstein Unleashed and damn Underworld Awakening, and it's like, what happened? They didn't pay you for that? Like,
You know
nope.
what also be?
We're like, whoa, fuck this new shit you're doing. What happened? I want to know about that.
So,
Oh, my.
no. But you know what? Here's the thing. I think, like I said, he just found his niche. That's all that really is. He just do them big productions. You probably don't need to do them big productions. That's how it is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, but live for your Die Hard, man. It's just when it really comes down to it, it just, yeah.
It is so
like
average.
I don't hate it.
It is
It's
so-
just one of
no,
those
no,
like,
it falls
okay,
on-
cool.
That's what I'm gonna say. It falls on average more than it falls on a failure.
Yeah,
To me, there's a lot of good shit that happens here. There's some really funny one-liners. I think what happens is it had that fucking paint job that the 2000s had that kind of sucked.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know how to really
That was
describe it, but it
That was the problem with this. That was the problem with this movie. The problem was you put out a movie during the summertime. Yes, it was a very successful summer blockbuster. You gave us all the action of Die Hard, but none of the charm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really didn't have a job, and you're right about that. I think the first off, for whatever reason, and I'm not saying he did a bad job, but
Yeah.
Oliphant was not that memorable as a villain. How is motherfucking Maggie Q remember more than him in this movie than anybody else?
Because they fell back into the trope of, we thinking he's this big super terrorist, and again, much like Hans in the first movie, they try to do the whole, oh, he's just a thief in actuality.
But you know what it was? I think is that we've seen this before. The disgruntled person that worked within Washington and wanted to make everything burn.
Yeah.
I think we just seen the character before, and we just kind of just clocked out when it came in.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. But the villain is underwhelming. The fight, like I said, some of the action is pretty good. Even the stupid as hell, solid Snake way of taking out a damn fighter jet, whatever.
Yeah.
Still,
Even with all of this, the movie still falls out to average, in my opinion.
Yeah.
it is. It's average. And
Like-
here's the funny thing: is how was Die Hard 1? It's a class. How's Die Hard 2? Underrated, because at least for me,
It gets a bad
rap.
rap for
So
it gets a bad rap for no reason, honestly.
Yeah. Die Hard 3. Die Hard 3 is fun, but it's too long for me.
I think Sam Jackson
It's
and
fun.
McClane's interactions and stuff is what makes that movie and stuff. And I mean, Hans Gruber's brother, he's trying to be Hans Gruber in a way and stuff, and it works because it's Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
problem,
yeah.
with this movie is that this movie proved again that they're still chasing that dragon of the first movie.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what? And how we all say it, average. You can make the fucking argument that it gets worse by every movie, but for the sake of Die Hard, none of them were bad. I mean, they can put out a fifth one, but there's no way in the world it can be a bad movie.
I mean, they did do a fifth one, to be fair. I mean, they did do it. But...
No, Chris.
Hold on, what do you say?
That like the fifth movie, like yeah, they brought out a fifth movie.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
I mean, you know what? I don't think the fifth one sucked, but don't worry, because 3 Black Geeks is going to get to that movie
At some point.
What's the window on that? Are we putting a 2-year window on the movie?
Maybe a year. Depends on how we feel.
Eric's over there like, nah, we'll talk.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
But anyway,
it's like every time, like, hey guys, let's do Die Hard. But the fifth one, like, what about you, D? I'm fine with it. Eris, first off, fuck your mom.
Yeah. So with that in mind, folks, hope you guys have a happy 4th of July and enjoy your hot dogs and all that good stuff. Don't let Trump get you down. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, enjoy your hot dogs is code for it. Hey girls, get that penis this weekend. I'm playing good. Go ahead. 4th of July. It's a good time. Be patriotic. If you're black, just say white folks. I don't know. Gotta do something. Black folks, I think 4th of July for most black people is
fireworks and that's it.
The fireworks and we cooking out. That's pretty much it. The food. That's all we give a shit about. We don't give a shit about America. Or the food. Whatever.
Yeah.
America, fuck yeah. Just keep on going this summer, y'all. We're still doing it. And next week, you're going to listen to what I like to call the liberal version of motherfucking Clint Eastwood. That's Harrison Ford and Air Force One. America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, folks, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.